12 things to say no to in your marriage. 1. Say no to going to bed with unresolved issues. When you allow conflicts to fester overnight, they can lead to bitterness and distance between you and your spouse. It's important to resolve issues as soon as possible to maintain peace and unity. Unresolved anger can grow over time, making it harder to reconnect. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold. Ephesians 4 verse 26. The Bible advises us to settle conflicts quickly, before they have a chance to grow. Holding on to anger and unresolved issues can damage your relationship. 2. Say no to involving parents or family in solving marital matters. It's natural to seek advice, but when you involve family too much in your marriage, it can create bias and tension. Family members might hold on to grudges or misunderstandings that affect their view of your spouse. Instead, seek counsel from a neutral party like a counselor, pastor, or mentor who believes in the strength of marriage. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Genesis 2 verse 24. Marriage is a bond between husband and wife, and it is essential to make decisions together as a couple. Allow your union to remain strong without outside interference. 3. Say no to making big decisions without hearing each other out. Major decisions should never be made unilaterally. Both spouses should have an equal say in matters that affect their lives, their finances, their children, and their home. This builds trust and promotes unity. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. James 1 verse 19. Listening to your spouse fosters understanding and cooperation. A strong marriage is built on mutual respect and shared decision-making. Say no to using "my" in your marriage. In a marriage, everything should be seen as ours, not mine. This includes your home, children, finances, and possessions. Using "my" creates division, while saying "our" reflects unity. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Matthew 19 verse 6. When you marry, you become one. Everything you have, from material possessions to emotional investment, belongs to both of you. 5. Say no to arguing in front of the children. Children are sensitive to the emotional environment around them. Arguing in front of them can cause them stress, confusion, and fear. It's important to protect them from tension and show them how to resolve conflicts peacefully. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Ephesians 6 verse 4. Your children learn how to handle relationships by watching you. Show them the value of resolving conflicts respectfully and calmly. 6. Say no to ending intimacy with one person unsatisfied. Intimacy is a key part of marriage, and both partners should feel loved and valued during this time. It's important to communicate and ensure both spouses are satisfied, emotionally and physically. The husband should give to his wife her conjugal rights, and likewise the wife to her husband. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 3. Marriage is about mutual satisfaction. Both partners should be selfless and attentive to each other's needs, creating a loving and fulfilling relationship. 7. Say no to eating outside when your spouse has prepared a meal. When your spouse has taken the time to prepare a meal for you, it's an act of love and care. Show appreciation by sharing meals together. It strengthens your bond and creates time for meaningful connection. Let the husband render to his wife the affection due her, and likewise also the wife to her husband. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 3. Sharing meals is a way to nurture your relationship. Respect and appreciate your spouse's effort by sitting down and enjoying the meal together. 8. Say no to unannounced visits from relatives. You and your spouse are a team, and decisions about your home, including who visits, should be made together. Unannounced visitors can cause stress or disruption in the household, especially if one partner is unprepared. Let all things be done decently and in order. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 40. Marriage is about harmony, and clear communication helps avoid misunderstandings. Always consult your spouse about visits from family or friends. 9. Say no to flirting or entertaining others inappropriately. While friendships are important, any flirtation or inappropriate behavior with others can harm your marriage. Maintain clear boundaries with people of the opposite gender and be transparent with your spouse about your interactions. But among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or of any kind of impurity. Ephesians 5 verse 3. Fidelity is a cornerstone of marriage. Guard your heart and your actions, keeping your relationship sacred. 10. Say no to sleeping in separate beds. Sleeping in separate beds can create emotional and physical distance between you. When conflicts arise, it's better to communicate and show affection rather than creating a divide. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5. Intimacy, both emotional and physical, is vital in marriage. Avoid creating distance by maintaining closeness, especially during difficult times. 11. Say no to letting relatives disrespect your spouse. It's important to protect your spouse from anyone who disrespects them, even family. Stand by your spouse and show them the respect they deserve, especially in your home. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Mark 10 verse 9. Your marriage is sacred. Defend your spouse and protect the unity you share from any outside disrespect. 12. Say no to suggesting divorce when facing difficulties. Divorce should never be the first solution to marital struggles. Threatening divorce can create fear and mistrust, making the situation worse. Instead, work together to find solutions and heal your marriage. I hate divorce, says the Lord God of Israel. Malachi 2 verse 16. Marriage is a covenant that should be honored. Instead of thinking about ending the marriage, focus on reconciliation and finding strength together through God.